Rob here, and it's another 5-minute member talk. I'm excited today because we're coming to you through video conference with Craig Corbeill of Bruning Funeral Home down on the Palouse in Colfax, Washington. Hi, Craig. How you doing today?
I'm good, Rob. Thanks for having me.
Yo, you're very welcome. I've wanted to get you on here for quite some time now and talk with you. Tell me a little bit about what you do, where you're at.
Well, Rob, you mentioned the Palouse, and I am on the Palouse where the wind blows. We're actually located about 1 hour south of Spokane in beautiful downtown Colfax. And I own and operate the funeral home in Pullman as well, which is just 8 miles from the Idaho border.
Pullman, the home of WSU. Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
So being down on the Palouse, you're kind of the epitome of small town funeral directing. What is that like? Tell us, for those of us that work in larger cities, tell us what it's like to be a small town funeral director.
Well, you're exactly right. Colfax is a small town. Our population's about 2,800 people, and we serve the greater Whitman County area, which is about 30,000 total residents. So small town funeral directing is very much 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And there's 3 of us that are here, so we all get involved with that process, and we enjoy it.
So one thing I've talked to, and you've done this too, talked to people all over the state, from large, huge funeral homes to small town funeral homes. One thing that always comes up is I hear, well, we're really busy, and you'll say you might have 2, maybe 3 or 4 families that you're working with, and you say you're really busy. To some, that seems like it's, how can you be so busy with just 3 or 4? But the reality is, in small town funeral directing, when you have a family, everything goes into that. You make the initial phone call or answer the initial phone call. When they call, you go out on the removal, you bring the individual back and do the preparation. You do all that. Is that right?
You're absolutely right, Rob. Many times we answer the phone right in the middle of the night. We get dressed, go out on the call, come back, take care of the deceased in whichever fashion the family chooses, and we're with that family all the way through. 2 or 3 families a week doesn't sound like a lot, as you said, but it really does take all of us to put that together. And, keep in mind, we're answering the phones, we're scrubbing the toilets, we're washing the cars, taking care of every single detail for that one particular family. And so it's a small staff spread across 2 funeral homes, helping about 180 families a year.
Wow. So yeah, I totally get when you say you're busy. You could be busy doing all sorts of different things. And if your calls are spread out far enough, you could be up for days on end, just going from family to family to family.
You're absolutely right there too. There's times where we sit and stare at the walls with nothing to do, and there's times where we're wondering if we can squeeze another hour into the day. And not to mention, we do volunteer work and other things too outside of the funeral home that keeps us busy as well.
Yeah, tell me briefly about that. I know that you in particular have another position, a volunteer position. Tell me about that. What is that?
I have several hats that I wear, but one that takes up a lot of my time is as the fire chief in our small town volunteer fire department. And we operate an ambulance service there as well that's actually fairly busy, doing 1,000 calls a year. So that job keeps me busy when this one doesn't.
So, wow, I can imagine that does keep you running. If we want to get in touch with you, we got about half a minute or so less. If we need to get in touch with you, it doesn't sound like maybe reaching you on the phone might be the easiest way. Because you got kind of pulled in many different directions. What's an email address for you that we could reach out to you with?
You can email me at colfaxfunerals@gmail.com. So colfaxfunerals@gmail.com.
And one last question, if you will. We've only got just a couple seconds. I noticed the sign behind you there, LL Bruning Mortician. How long has Bruning been in Colfax?
So I'm the 4th mortician to serve Colfax, and LL Bruning started here in 1895.
My goodness.
Yeah, we're proud of it.
You've been there a while. Well, that was the timer we just heard. That's 5 minutes. So thank you, Craig, for taking time out of your day. We love having you on here. If you want to take part in 5-minute member talk, click subscribe, friend us, like us, all those different things. Call me up if you want to be on one of these with me. So thanks again, Craig. We will have a wonderful time, and we'll get you out there. Thank you,
Thanks.
Craig.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.